Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and I think this is 145? 140 something. Georgie wanted to say hi today. Say hi, baby. Say hi. He was all like, love me, love me, love me. And I do. So much. Oh, Georgie. Yes. Say hi. Like crazy cat lady. Oh, so I'm recording a little late in the day, so I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of real quick. We're knitting along with the Rainbow Road cowl, which is this. So fun, beautiful color stripes. You can do with or without buttons. It's a great stash buster. It's all worsted weight. Awesome, I think. Oh, it's so crazy with it recording on Sundays because it's my only real day off. So I'm like, oh, just sit back and chat with you for a minute. And George is purring up a storm here on my lap. And there he goes. He's lost interest. Oh well, on with the show. Let's see, I have no finished objects this week. I don't know, not a lot of knitting mojo. Really not. It's so funny, I used to make fun of my mom because she would work 2 jobs. And she'd come home and she'd sit down and watch TV, like her favorite show, or we'd run a movie or something. And she'd be out like 10 minutes into it with no fail. I've now become that kind of mom. No. Usually just, it's like once 9 o'clock hits, I'm like worthless. George is probably going to scratch the door and try to get. So I was working on my sockhead hat. Knit out of online Super Sock from the Neptune series. It is color number 174. Not a lot of progress on it. I'm bored with it. I have to admit. I should not knit 3 of the same thing in a row. I should know better. Oh well. It'll get done. So it's pretty teals and blues and greens. Love the colors. Love the yarn. I hope to make some socks out of it for myself one day. So that is a sockhead hat by Boho Knits. Oh man, my neck is so stiff. I like slept wrong and something's like really tight. So it kind of hurts to turn my head to the right. Such is the life. The other thing that I am knitting on, that I started last week, are my turkey dinner socks. So I'm pretty much using the Afterthought heel sock pattern by Laura Lineman, and I've kind of made my own adjustments. Like I cast on 60 stitches. It's a free pattern. I cast on 60 stitches around, I used a size 1. I must be getting a little looser as a knitter because the last couple times I've made socks using a size 2, they seemed a little loose. So I went down to a size 1, still cast on 60 stitches. So I'd rather go, I don't know, I already know all the numbers in my head, so I'd rather go down a needle size than cast on fewer stitches. That's just me. So they're all done except for the heels. So toes done, they're Kitchenered. I wove in my end from the cuff because I like top-down socks. So it might be a little hard to see, but there is a blue lifeline right there that I will take out and I will put in the Afterthought heel. And as you can see, my stripes match up perfectly because that's the way I like it. When I do my heels, I do add 3 extra just knit rounds before I start it on the decrease because I seem to have a really deep heel and I need all those extra rows. I keep debating, I'm like, maybe since I went down in needle size, maybe I need to go and add an extra row just to be safe. So I might do that. Instead of adding 3 extra rounds, I'll do 4. Oh, the yarn is Turkey Dinner from Fish Knits. It is a superwash nylon blend. I think it's an 80/20. I don't have the label in here. Anyways, I bought this last Thanksgiving time. I think I did a custom order for it, honestly, but it's been a year ago, and I was all last year like, yes, I'm going to have turkey dinner socks, and it didn't happen. So this year I was pretty determined. This is pretty much what I've knit on the most. I didn't really knit a whole lot on the hat. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. It's not you, it's me, I swear. And this, I mean, it's mindless knitting. It goes quick. Striped socks are always my favorite because you just got to get to that next stripe. One thing with this yarn that I was a little disappointed in, and it's reoccurring. So, you know, you got like the pumpkin pie. I think of it as pumpkin pie. My daughter's like, maybe it's the turkey because it's turkey dinner. So, pumpkin or turkey, whatever. It's like a orangey brown kind of color. And then the green, and then the wine kind of color, cranberry. But for some reason, at the very bottom of the green stripe, I don't know if you can see it. The light, like I said, I apologize, the lighting sucks. There's a little bit of burgundy. Can you see? Oh, see, you can see it right there. And it's reoccurring. So at the bottom of the very last row of the green, it's followed by a little splotch of burgundy on every single one. I'm assuming that's a mistake. And because I'm like super OCD about my stripes lining up and everything, that really kind of bugged me, but I'll get over it, I promise. But it's on all of them at least, right? So I'm like, at least it's consistently flawed. But I know I'm assuming that's not supposed to be there. I assume. But I could be wrong. So I'm curious, if you have turkey dinner socks, does your green have that little blurb of cranberry there? Just curious. But I'm happy with it, don't get me wrong. The colors are beautiful. I think they're going to be one of my favorite pair of socks, and I'm probably going to wear them a heck of a lot more than just at Thanksgiving time. Because they'll still be perfect for Christmas, right? Because you still kind of have like turkey dinner at Christmas, at least in my family. Although in my family, coming from on the Italians, well, there's Italian on both sides, but my one side is mainly Italian. And we have pasta and meatballs. So at Thanksgiving, there's going to be turkey and stuffing and gravy and mashed potatoes and all that. There's also going to be pasta and meatballs. It's just what we do. And it'll be the same at Christmas. Although at Christmas, sometimes we have lasagna. We usually have lasagna. Like big roasters. Like the roasters you might be cooking your turkey in. We have like 2 of those full of like the biggest lasagnas you've ever seen. It's pretty amazing. It's good eating. So I will have the heels in. I will be wearing them for turkey dinner. I don't even care if I'm knitting them up until I leave, you know, I'm like eating my turkey dinner. I could be like sitting at the table, kitchening the heel, and they will be done. I will wear them while I eat my turkey dinner. The other thing I started, and I'm so glad I started this while I was at the knit shop yesterday. So we are, a bunch of us, I can't remember how many, 12 maybe, are doing the Building in Color by Michelle Hunter as a knit along. So it's knitting a blanket, and you knit panels, and then you put the panels all together, and you have a blanket. So like, there's the examples. So you have to have a light, a medium, and a dark color. There was another one. This one reminds me of like a sock monkey, because it's red, brown, and white, or natural. Anyway, so I showed you panel 1 a couple weeks ago, and I started panel 2. And I have a long way to go, because you have to knit it till it's 36 inches, with 3 feet. It wants to curl. So it's double knitting. And I guess I was thinking double knitting was like when you knit with 2 colors and like the picture is like positive and negative on the back. So like you say, I've seen like hearts. Like you knit the heart on the front and the background's pink and the heart's purple. And on the other side the heart's pink and the background's purple. Like that was my thinking of double knitting. But this is where you actually go and you knit one row with your light color, which mine's an aqua, and then you go back, you slide your stuff all the way back to the beginning, and then knit with the dark color, which is the dark blue. And then you do the back side with the light, and then slide it all the way back and do it. So you're literally knitting double, like 2 right sides and then 2 wrong sides. And it's interesting. I don't like this one as much as I like the first one, doing the intarsia. But hopefully the more I do it, the better I will get. Like I said, but it's fun, because I definitely lack with color work and technique with color work. So hopefully it'll make me a little more of a confident color work knitter. I am knitting my blanket out of Ella Rae Superwash, and I am using a aqua, an orange, and a dark blue. So those are my 3 colors, my light, medium, and dark. I love these colors. They'll look very lovely in my house. And it'll be fun to have a nice, crazy, colorful blanket, because I love crazy and colorful. And those are the only 3 things I have touched. I'm like, ugh. My schedule has increased at work. It's crazy. My hours all through December are crazy. Just craziness all the way around. So I don't have any yarn goodness or tools of the trade, but I do have a magazine that I'd like to share with you. It is the Interweave Knit Winter 2015. It is put out by Interweave, kind of obviously. It retails in the US for $7.99. It says it to display it until February 16th. So unless if your newsstand sells out, you should be able to find it for a little while. I usually always like Interweave's fall and winter. I just normally like fall and winter magazines much better than spring and summer. I really did like this cardigan. I'm not always the biggest. I love cables. I hate to knit cables. Hey, Joji. Come to visit? Can you turn around so I don't have to see your butt? Yep. Sure, George. Come, walk across me. Interrupt. Absolutely. Big fluffy tail. So I did like this cardigan. Let's see if I can find the name, since you all distracted me. It's the Quivera coat. So they're calling it a coat. And it definitely looks, there it goes, more like a coat. But it looks very warm and comfortable. I guess the long belted cardigan is making a comeback. I think it was like maybe almost 15 years ago. Not quite 15 years ago. They were really popular. I remember like right after I got out of high school, everywhere you went had the long, like almost knee-length cardigans with a tie. And they were just simple though. They didn't have cables and stuff. Here's another one I thought was really pretty. It is a different design, not quite as cable-y, but it's still a textured pattern. Once again, the belted sash. I like this. I don't necessarily like the colors they picked, but I think it's fun. Color work is always, I think, really popular in the winter. They have lots of big wraps, lots of chevrons. There was one sweater. I really like this cowl. It's a plaid cowl. What is that called? The Trapper cowl. The whole magazine has a very rustic feel to it, because it's that time of year. Let's see. There was one I really, really liked, and I'm trying to find it so I can tell you about it. This one really didn't wow me. There's lots of wraps, and I really just do not have the use for a lot of wraps. One thing that I really, really wanted this magazine for, since I came across it, it's Beyond the Basics. It's what is a steek, and it goes and gives you tons of little swatches and information on how to steek. because someday I am going to knit a beautiful colorwork sweater, and I'm going to steek it. So, really helpful, really great cardigan, great column on that. Oh, here it is. So it is the Cocoa Cardigan, and I love this. I wouldn't knit it in brown. I've knit it in blue. I don't know, or green. Imagine that. But I love the yoke detail. I almost like it better, I think, as a pullover, but that's just me. Really cute. The only thing I don't really care for, it might be hard to see because of the lighting. There is like the detail that's on the yoke, just right down by the bottom buttons. I think that just screams, hey, look down here. For some reason, there's a lot of baubles in this one. The quadrille pullover, I think, is beautiful, but there's baubles. I don't like knitted baubles. I like crocheted baubles. I don't like baubles. So it's beautiful cables, but there's these baubles. I mean, I guess you can leave them off, I'm sure. I just don't like little nubby lumpies sticking off my sweater. There's some little, see, little baubles. I'm sorry, drives me nuts. These little fingerless mitts are cute, but they have little baubles on the palms. I can see them just getting caught on things. And I'm thinking if you're gripping, little baubles just, it's not going to feel good on your hand. I also really, the cabled one is okay, but I really liked this pullover. It's kind of simple. It has detail around the neck. And it's so funny because I used to be all about the cardigan. And I still love cardigans, but I'm learning, I think I like store-bought cardigans better. Because then you put it on and you know if the buttons are going to gap and everything. And I've seen patterns where people make cardigans and the models and the buttons are just gapping so bad. I just want to be like, that does not look good. That does not look like a well-finished item to me. Let's see. Try to hide the pattern. I don't think schematics give much away. But this is the back of that Cocoa cardigan that I really like. This will be one I definitely think I'm going to knit from this magazine, though. Wonder what weight yarn it uses, because, you know, I didn't check that out beforehand. Before I sat down with you. Uses Prism Symphony, which looks like it's going to be expensive. It's 80% superwash wool, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. Oh, the color is mink. I was like, and I thought it said it had mink. The color is called mink. It doesn't say what weight it is, though. Might be like a DK or worsted. Anyways, like I said, lots of wraps. They do give you, they showed the steeking sweater, and the sweater is an actual pattern in here that you will need to steek. And see, this is almost what I'm talking about. These buttons still look a little gappy up top. Not as bad as some I've seen. I'm just thinking, if your buttons are gapping and pulling really bad, that sweater's not fitting real well. That's all. I don't know. Like I said, lots of wraps. I didn't show the wraps because I'm just not a wrap person. They don't do anything for me. If you like big wraps, you can go on to Ravelry. You can click on this issue and look at them. I don't get sent these magazines. These are magazines that I buy, that I share with you. So I don't feel the need to go and be overly thorough. I just try to show, hey, look, this is what I found. This is what I liked. And maybe what I didn't like, in case if you want to pick it up. So Interweave Fall 2015. That's so crazy, 2015. I'm like, November is, what, 3/4 of the way over. Like, what? Thanksgiving is 4 days away. 4 days away. And then that means Christmas is right around the corner. Oy. I think it's a month and 2 days. I know. A month and 2 days. What the heck? So that's it for the knitting this week. I feel like there wasn't much. I I don't know that there's going to be a ton between now and the end of the year, so my episodes should stay short, which I would think would be nice because, well, we are all a little short on time with all the demands of family and holidays and work and everything else that comes up. Oy. So that's it for the knitting this week. So if you leave me now, I'll see you next week because we're going to move into a slice of life. Whew. Georgie wants out. I'm not letting him out till I'm done. Work is kicking my butt. It's going good, but I gotta say it's more exhausting than I expected, even now. But I'm getting more used to it. I'm not as tired as I had been. But it's fun. It's interesting. It's been a huge help for us. You know, it's work. I feel like I'm getting more in the routine. I know more now what to do. I don't feel like I'm always asking quite as much, like, okay, what do I do now? So that's good. It's good when you kind of start finding the rhythm and you start feeling a little more comfortable. I still got a lot to learn, don't get me wrong. But I feel like when the weekend comes and it's Saturday and I get to the knit shop, it's like all that hard work I did all week at my real job and I now get to go play at the yarn shop. Because that's like my happy place, for sure. And I always feel bad sometimes because people come in and they know who I am and I'm not always like, I don't approach people. And sometimes when people know me, I kind of get a little shy, like they recognize me from the podcast. So if you ever come in and I'm not like, please don't be offended, sometimes it's like, I don't know, it's awkward because I like want to meet people, right? I love it when people come up and say hi. I just sometimes feel like I'm not what they're expecting me to be. Like once I warm up to you, then we're fine, we're good. But I can be shy. I'm not an introvert by any means. But sometimes just, you know, I don't know, I get shy. So having fun, gearing up for the holidays everywhere. At work, we're getting Halloween, Christmas decorations out. I think I was going to say holiday, and that's what we've been doing today. Sunday is my only real full day off where I'm home, and all we've done all day is clean, and that's why I'm like recording so late is time kind of got lost. I went out with my mom and my grandpa today. They like to go to the grocery store, and they get like some groceries. It's not like they do all of their grocery shopping, but they just wander around, and I needed to get a few things from the store, and I thought, hey, you know, why don't I go with you guys? Ooh, excuse me. And we went, and it was so much fun. My grandpa's just so funny. He'll make like these little comments. He'll be like, and I'm like, and my mom will look back at us, and you know, he's whispering to me and I'm laughing, and it's so funny. She just kind of goes like that and smiles, and so I had a great time. And then I came home, and it's been like, I've told the kids, I'm like, you guys want to put the Christmas tree up like right after Thanksgiving, then we gotta get the house ready. Like, we don't even have a spot right now to put the tree because of the way everything's arranged. And so we usually do that Black Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving, and not before, because I'm a lover of Thanksgiving, and Turkey Day does not get the respect that it needs or deserves. So to show my respect for the Turkey Day, we do not put our tree up. Nothing, no decorations. Now, I've been working on my Christmas cards because I am a lover of the Christmas card. I love getting those little envelopes in the mail, and I have fun sending out the little envelopes and filling them out and putting the cute little Christmas stamps on them. And because they have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like the Rankin and Bass stamps, which I got mine like the day they came out. Like, the girl at the post office was like, hey, look what we're getting in, and showed them to me, and I'm like, when can I pick them up, because those are mine. So I got them today. They went on sale like a week or so ago. I think they went on November 6th. Had them already, and I found at Walmart Island of Misfit Toys and Rudolph wrapping paper. Oh yes, my friends. So there is Rudolph, and I think there's Clarice, but there is also the spotted elephant. Yes, the train with the square wheels on its caboose. One of my favorites, always loved. I had some little plushies, probably like back from when I was in high school. They had little plushies of all the Misfit toys and stuff, and one of my favorites, absolutely, hands down. So, super excited. And so I did pick up some wrapping paper. I mean, stuff like that, I don't mind getting early, but like, no decorations. Like, one of the Cleveland radio stations is already playing Christmas music around the clock. Not listening until the day after Thanksgiving. Can't do it. So, that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to get the house ready, which means it's cutting into my knitting time. But, last year I had a really hard time being in the Christmas spirit. I don't know what it was with last year. I just wasn't there yet. Like, my Christmas spirit was like, nil. Little. Like, I didn't mind Christmas. I love Christmas. I just wasn't like, oh, Christmas. And this year I'm kind of having a little more anticipation of Christmas is coming and getting a little more into it. And I'm sure part of that is, you know, I have a job now and, you know, just different things are working, you know, life is kind of getting back on track, for us a little better. So, I think that adds to it, right? Like, you're feeling good about things and, you know, and then work, you know, like I said, it's kind of been fun seeing Christmas garland go up, and they've gotten some of the Christmas displays set up already, and so it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's coming, and it should be fun, and I'm starting to look forward to it. So, gosh, by the time I record next week, the tree should be up and full Christmas spirit. So, you know, looking forward to it. Looking forward, I have declared 2015 is going to be a good year, whether it wants to be or not. I'm not giving it a choice. So, you know, they say life is what you make of it, and I'm determined we are going to make it a better year. So, I think that's it for me this week. I've kind of been rambling on, but I love getting to catch up with you guys and chit-chat. Gosh, and if anybody has sent me anything and it's sitting at the P.O. box, I apologize. With my work schedule, the post office is closed by the time I get out of work, and with my schedule now having added hours, so I'm going to send my husband there this week. So I apologize if somebody has sent me something, and I haven't been there to check it. I will promise I will check it this week. I always feel bad when somebody sends me like a surprise and I don't know what's coming, so I don't check the box because I don't think anything is there. So, but that's it for me this week. I am Jenna, also known as RetroLemon. I am RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Fitbit, and Weight Watchers. And until next week, I will see you then. Bye.